Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Whenever you find this meditation, this is a meditation for the week of January 25th to 31st. But the theme that is coming through for this week is holding power with compassion. So just trust that you'll find this topic, this theme, when it's right for you. Caveat that it's probably apparent that I live in a yurt in the woods, and there is I don't know if herd's the right word, of wild turkeys right outside here. There's like 50 of them, and I'm hoping Zoom's noise cancellation is going to work. Fingers crossed. Uh, that's what happens when you live in the woods, right? So let's go ahead and get started. I guess what I'll say is, holding power with compassion. This is about a week of stepping into our power. It's about healing, and it's about remaining grounded and keeping our heart open. So go ahead and begin by finding a place where you won't be distracted for the next little bit of time, a place where you can sit or lie with your spine straight, and a position where your body can feel fully supported. And allow your eyes to gently close. Take a nice slow breath in through your nose. And as you release that breath, exhale through your mouth and let that exhale be long and steady. Again, breathing in, just an easy, slower, deeper in breath through the nose. And breathing out, exhaling through your mouth. Let that exhale be slow and steady. One more time, easy breath in. Breathe in through your nose. And release through the mouth, taking your time. And then just let the breath do what it will. Take a moment to feel the contact between your body and whatever surface is beneath you. And as you do so, let your nervous system just register that you are supported, that you are held. And let's go ahead and begin by quietly acknowledging, if this resonates for you, I am safe to feel strength without hardening. See if you can connect to your heart as you feel that. You feel that you're supported. And as we're going to start to locate power in the body, let the theme be that it's okay to be strong. Being strong doesn't mean being rigid. I am safe to feel strength without hardening. And go ahead and bring your awareness to the center of your body, right along your spine. And as you connect to that center line of your body, notice any sensation of intensity or alertness or readiness, or maybe just a sense of amplified energy. And as you connect to that space on your spine that might be calling for your attention, imagine this energy is, instead of moving up, it's moving down. And it's rooting down into the body like deep earth heat. Maybe you can even right now send some roots down into the soil beneath you. Send the roots down and explore this notion that power does not need to surge upward to be real. It doesn't need to be explosive. It can be grounded. It can even be silent for some time and contained. Feel along your spine as you connect to the top of the head, to the third eye, to the throat, moving through the themes of spirit and intuition and communication, moving into the heart, compassion and love, moving into the plexus, power, prosperity, moving into the sacral, creativity, connecting down to the root, safety and security. And just notice as you're connecting or scanning along the spine, again, if there's any area that's just calling your attention, maybe it's lit up, and let it be that way, but also recognize that you'll know when to express that energy externally, that for maybe even just for this meditation, this internal sense of power is the power, that you're connecting and knowing your power is the thing itself. And maybe say to yourself, I allow my strength to be steady. And now, keeping the awareness on the spine, also bring your awareness to your entire physical body and to your energetic field. And the strength and the steadiness can be on the spine, but notice if somewhere else, if there's any feelings of vulnerability or tenderness or even tightness or heaviness, maybe in the chest, in the heart, or the belly, or even the throat. And again, all these energetic centers have themes for us, right? And we're just noticing here. We're just noticing if there's any kind of vulnerability or tenderness or tightness or heaviness. And we're not trying to fix anything. And now bring your awareness to your breath. And as you inhale, imagine and create that the energy of your breath is going to that space that might feel vulnerable or tender or heavy or tight. And exhale. And again, breathe in. Just imagine the energy of your breath is just gently moving to those areas, meeting them, connecting with them as they are. So the theme here with both the strength and the softness is that neither of them need to be up and amplified. They can both be as they are. And that simply acknowledging strength and any kind of tenderness or vulnerability or heaviness that might be the thing to do right now. And so maybe if it feels comfortable to you, there's two things that we could say simultaneously to ourselves. The first is, my power does not require the absence of tenderness. If you were able to listen to the astrology forecast, I talked about everything, if you can, come from your heart as you're moving in the world. So my power does not require the absence of tenderness. And the flip side of that is my tenderness does not diminish my power. I personally like that one. Maybe speak it again. My tenderness does not diminish my power. And see as if you're just breathing and being with yourself here. See if you can really let both of those things coexist in your body and in your field and in you. Your power and your strength and your vulnerability and your tenderness. Let them both be. And now bring your awareness to your energetic field, your aura, which exists about 2 or 3 feet out in all directions. It's typically an egg-shaped field. And imagine this aura, this intelligence, this energy that is you, is almost like a projection screen for your mind's eye right now. And as you're seated or lying, notice any impulse that may have come up this week or maybe pinging on you now. Any impulse to act, any impulse to do something immediately. Notice if there's been anything like that to react that's come up for you. And as you're watching this on this sort of mental body movie screen out in front of you, rather than following the impulse, imagine creating just a small space, a little buffer between the impulse and the response. And go ahead and take a breath here. Breathe in through your nose and imagine in this breath, you're bringing the awareness of your heart to that space. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, as you breathe in, imagine that the medicine of the breath is bringing your consciousness here and now and knowing that you can always act, but you don't have to react. We can bring the consciousness of the heart and the consciousness of all that you are to the action. And if it feels resonant for you, maybe say to yourself aloud or internally, I can choose response over reaction. I can choose response over reaction. And see if you can really feel that to be true. And maybe also say to yourself aloud or internally, I move with clarity. And imagine that that clarity is coming from your third eye, your energetic knowing, and your heart. I move with clarity. And notice how when your third eye is on and open, your heart feels safe to stay open. I move with clarity. And just really in this space, pause for a moment to see if you can just receive, allow the nervous system to feel what it's like to pause without freezing, to bring the awareness of your consciousness to the moment, and to know that at every moment you have the ability to act and speak and vibrate. And now, if you feel like it, you can place one hand on your heart and one hand on your low belly, or you can just bring the awareness of your consciousness to those two spaces, your heart chakra and your sacral center. And imagine that these two are connected as they often are by an infinity loop. The heart connects through the plexus and then goes down into the sacral, and then the sacral comes up through the plexus and comes up to the heart. And there's this infinity loop that's joining the sacral, the solar plexus, and the heart. And feel this magical combination of power and care, of will and compassion. As you're connecting to these two centers, actually all three centers, check in with yourself. Maybe ask yourself inwardly, what does it feel like to act from integrity and wisdom rather than urgency? Doesn't mean don't act. It just means maybe look at the quality of the energetic. What does it feel like to act from integrity and wisdom rather than urgency? And just let your body answer. Notice how it feels to act from integrity and wisdom rather than urgency. And if it feels aligned for you, affirm to yourself, I trust my capacity to use power wisely. I trust my capacity to use power wisely. And you can take your hands off of your body if you've placed them there. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Take a nice, easy, smooth breath in through the nose. Release through your mouth. Take your time. And again, breathing in through your nose. Feel the steadiness beneath the sensation of the breath. Exhale through the mouth. Breathing in. We're consciously breathing right now, lengthening the inhale, but notice how you never have to tell your body to breathe. There's this steadiness that's always there. Exhale through the mouth. And if you'd like to, you can quietly offer yourself these words. I hold strength with compassion. I hold strength with compassion. Receive that if it feels true to you. I hold strength with compassion. I move with clarity and care. I move or I act with clarity and care. One more time. I move with clarity and care. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. And if it feels right to you, you can set your intention to bring this with you throughout your week. This being able to hold both your power as a conscious creator, your empowerment, your ability to act, and also your heart-centered compassion and care. Have a blessed week. Have a blessed day. I'm grateful for you. Bright blessings and so much love.